Hello once again, it's Greg from Bug Out Gear Layouts and Tactics Facebook page and urbansafetysurvival.net back with another video. Welcome to our guide on why everyone should learn wilderness first aid. You know, out there in the wild, things can change faster than a chameleon on a rainbow. 1 minute you're king of the mountain, the next you're staring danger in the face. And trust me, when the unexpected hits, you don't want to be caught unprepared. That's where wilderness first aid comes in. Whether you're an adventurer, work in remote areas, or live in a developing country, these skills are essential. It's like packing an extra compass. You might not always need it, but when you do, it can be the difference between finding your way back and getting lost in the wilderness. Over the next few minutes, we're going to journey deep into the heart of wilderness first aid. We'll uncover why these skills are so crucial and how they can empower you to face the unexpected head-on. Remember, out here, knowledge is your most valuable tool. Let's get started. We all love the thrill of the outdoors, that rush of adrenaline as we conquer a challenging trail or the peace of mind found by a secluded lake. But nature, in all its beauty, can be unpredictable. A simple hike can turn into a survival situation with a twisted ankle, a sudden storm, or an encounter with wildlife. That's why wilderness first aid is non-negotiable for outdoor enthusiasts. Imagine knowing exactly how to splint a fractured limb using only what you can find in your backpack and the surrounding woods. Or picture yourself calmly treating a snake bite while waiting for help to arrive. These skills don't just empower you, they can give you the confidence to push your boundaries, knowing you're prepared for whatever nature throws your way. Remember, out in the wild you are your own first responder. For those who work in remote areas, firefighters battling wildfires deep in the wilderness, scientists conducting research in isolated regions, or construction crews building infrastructure far from civilization, wilderness first aid isn't just a good idea, it's a lifeline. These brave individuals often face harsh conditions and unpredictable environments where help can be hours, even days away. A workplace injury in these situations can quickly escalate from bad to worse without immediate and proper care. Knowing how to control bleeding, treat burns, or stabilize a fractured bone until medical professionals arrive can be the difference between life and death. It's about looking out for your teammates, being the one with the skills and the know-how to handle any situation, because in these remote corners of the world, you're not just a worker, you're a first responder. In many parts of the world, remote communities rely heavily on each other for support. Healthcare facilities might be few and far between, and access to medical professionals can be limited. In these communities, having someone trained in wilderness first aid is invaluable. They become the point of contact for medical emergencies, the ones who can provide immediate care while transportation is arranged, or during those crucial first few hours when every second counts. Imagine a small village nestled high in the mountains, a child falls and breaks their arm, or a villager suffers a snake bite. These are the moments when wilderness first aid skills become a beacon of hope, a lifeline for those in need. It's about empowering these communities, equipping them with the knowledge to handle emergencies and save lives, even when help is hours away. Because in these remote corners of the world, community spirit and first aid skills go hand in hand. Chapter 4. Developing countries. Bridging the gap. In many developing countries, access to even basic medical care can be a challenge. Hospitals may be overcrowded, understaffed, or located far from those who need them most. In these environments, wilderness first aid knowledge is incredibly powerful. It empowers individuals to take control of their health and the well-being of their families and communities. It's about providing basic but essential medical care, from treating common ailments like diarrhea and infections to knowing how to control bleeding or splint a broken bone. These skills can prevent minor injuries from becoming life-threatening situations. It's about building resilience, giving people the ability to act quickly and confidently in the face of an emergency, even when professional medical help is out of reach. Chapter 5. Protecting yourself, the first line of defense. Now let's talk about you. Your safety, your well-being, it's paramount. Before venturing out, knowledge is your best tool. Understand the environment you're entering, anticipate potential hazards, and pack the right gear. Learn to read the signs of changing weather, be aware of dangerous wildlife, and know how to navigate challenging terrain. These skills are as vital as any bandage or splint. Remember, prevention is the best medicine. Pack extra water, dress in layers, and tell someone your plans. These small steps can make a world of difference. Out in the wild, you are your own best protector. By taking responsibility for your safety, by being prepared, you're not just increasing your chances of survival, you're embracing the adventure with confidence and respect. Chapter 6, Cardiac Arrest Time is Muscle. Out here in the wild, when the heart stops, every second matters. Cardiac arrest, it's a terrifying situation, but knowing what to do can mean the difference between life and death. First, assess the scene. Is it safe to approach? Then check for responsiveness. If there's no response, no breathing, no pulse, it's time to act fast. Immediately start CPR. Those chest compressions are vital, keeping the blood flowing to the brain and vital organs. If you have someone with you, send them for help. Every minute counts. If possible, locate an AED, an automated external defibrillator. It can shock the heart back into rhythm. Use it as instructed. Every step could be a lifeline. Remember, in the wilderness, you might be the only chance of survival. Stay calm, act quickly, and never give up hope. Chapter 7. Dislocations, putting the pieces back together. A dislocated joint, it's more than just painful, it's debilitating. Out in the wild, it can mean the difference between getting to safety and being stranded. First things first, immobilize the injured limb, keep it as still as possible. Fashion a splint using whatever you have on hand, branches, trekking poles, even rolled up clothing. Pain management is crucial. Apply a cold compress if you have one, it'll help reduce swelling. If you have pain medication, administer it as needed. Now, remember, relocating a dislocated joint in the wilderness is risky. It's best to wait for medical professionals unless absolutely necessary. Your focus should be on stabilizing the injury, managing pain, and getting to safety or signaling for help. With the right knowledge and a bit of resourcefulness, you can overcome this challenge. A suspected spinal injury, it's a critical situation demanding the utmost care and attention. One wrong move can have devastating consequences. First and foremost, immobilize the spine. Keep the injured person as still as possible. If they're wearing a helmet, do not remove it. If you must move the person, do so with extreme caution, keeping the head, neck, and back aligned. Use a log roll technique if you have multiple people to assist. Once the spine is stabilized, focus on monitoring their airway, breathing, and circulation. Be prepared to perform CPR if necessary. Remember, with spinal injuries, it's always better to err on the side of caution. Treat it as a potential spinal injury, even if you're unsure. A femur fracture, a break in the thigh bone, it's a serious injury, one that can quickly turn life-threatening in the wilderness. The pain is excruciating and the potential for blood loss is high. Your first priority is to control any bleeding. Apply direct pressure to the wound if possible. Next, immobilize the leg. A femur fracture requires a traction splint, which helps to align the broken bone and reduce muscle spasms. Creating a traction splint in the wilderness is challenging, but not impossible. You can use branches, trekking poles, and even rope to fashion a makeshift splint. Pain management is crucial. If you have pain medication, administer it as instructed. Keep the injured person warm and hydrated. An avalanche, a wall of snow thundering down a mountainside, it's a force of nature that commands respect and caution. But if you or someone you're with gets caught in one, time is of the essence. First, if you see someone get buried, try to keep your eyes on the spot where they were last visible. This will be crucial for rescuers. If you're buried, try to create an air pocket around your face. Use your hands and arms to push the snow away from your mouth and nose. If you have a beacon, activate it. If not, hope that your companions are equipped and trained to locate you. Avalanche survival is a race against time. Stay calm, conserve energy, and never give up hope. Remember, people have survived being buried for hours. These are just a few reasons why learning wilderness first aid is so important. It's about being prepared for the unexpected, about having the skills and the confidence to handle emergencies no matter where you are in the world. Equip yourself with the knowledge, to handle emergencies and protect yourself and others. Take a wilderness first aid course, get certified, and practice your skills regularly. Remember, out there in the wild, knowledge is power, and it just might save a life, including your own. Thanks for watching, and stay safe out there. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.